Up until just a few days ago, I neither knew nor cared who Rebecca Black was. It was just another one of those names that crops up in various trending areas, but as the day was, of course, Friday, her name and her song were cropping up more than usual. And I have to say, I find the whole Rebecca Black phenomenon rather disturbing. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in this one we have serious hang-ups about celebrities and people who are in the public eye, particularly those in the entertainment industry. We are very, very passionate about our entertainment, and this passion manifests itself in one of three ways: passionate infatuation, passionate hatred, or passionate indifference. And don't tell me that passionate indifference doesn't exist. I know for a fact that it does. Rebecca Black has been the target for passionate hatred. Why? Because, let's face it, her song isn't that good. But so what? If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it, but many people aren't satisfied with that. People in this country take bad entertainment personally. If something doesn't entertain them, they take offense. Don't believe me? Just read some of the comments on the videos that talk about her song. Even for YouTube comments, some of these are pretty bad. In the technologically advanced world we live in, it's really easy to forget that behind the auto-tune and cheesy lyrics and awful tone quality, there is a person. A child, for that matter, who certainly doesn't deserve such passionate and insulting hatred. What has she done except write a bad song? Do you know how many teenagers are writing bad songs right now? And the other side of it, the passionate infatuation, is almost more scary. I recently read an article about Robert Pattinson and about the price he's paying for being a celebrity. According to the article, he's actually a very shy individual, and all this crazy fangirling is really starting to get to him. Pattinson actually has it twice as bad because he's not only an overly idealized celebrity that teenage girls are passionately infatuated with, but he's playing an overly idealized fictional celebrity that teenage girls are passionately infatuated with. So he gets both the crazy celebrity fandom and the crazy twihard fandom. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. For some reason, we don't treat celebrities like people. We either treat them like trash or we treat them like gods. Just as Black hasn't done anything to deserve the hatred brought against her, Pattinson really hasn't done anything to deserve the treatment he's getting either. Some might argue that they both chose that kind of life, but they didn't. Pattinson chose to be an actor, probably because it's what he wanted to do. Black chose to take a chance at being a pop star, and no one told her that she wasn't quite ready for it. And that's not her fault. The people we should be directing our anger to are the people who exploited her naivete, but even that isn't quite it. I truly believe that nobody chooses to be famous. The massive consciousness that is the media-consuming public makes those choices, and they are not always logical or predictable. In other words, we're the ones who made them famous. I've seen a lot of kids get their lives completely screwed up by fame. Recently in one of my classes we've been talking about the development of the brain and how much development happens early in a person's life. Even during adolescence, the brain is still developing. So if a child is thrown into the pretty screwed up situation that is American fame, how do you think that affects their development? Is it any wonder why people like Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan are so screwed up? While I certainly don't support coddling or talking down to kids, it is important to remember that they're still kids. This is the time when everything, and I mean everything, that happens to them matters. They haven't learned perspective yet, or how to brush off a hateful comment, or not let the idolization go to their heads. And the cycle continues for any kid who just wants to entertain. I pity these celebrities and the childhood or adolescence that they were never allowed to have. All we can do is make sure that the children and adolescents we know and love are allowed to develop that perspective. I'll see you next time.